Live to tape from Tarzana, California, the Assyria Today Network, serving Assyrians worldwide.
أترمغ بشلام على خنتي كم سبايلا إنجي متلوشي بلا صوت سربيرا شيلا دان خرزت أترايد أجولي. طبعا كتلوشي بكات صوت سجبت فاتوخون كل تيوي لا خرزة فاش بريسا اللي هي كد إيك تيوي لا خرزة جاشوكتهم مبسميتهم بيو فرميتهم خامن دمينيو شكل يترانا منه كداخل بلخت مقدادة إلى هيرانتا كونتا أترات. يمان درويتا خرزة مدرسات لاج بارس قدات تي في كاب خزية فيش خزية يمان شبتا جو تصوير إيراني لا يمان تروشي با جو أنديشة يمان خمشوشي با جو أبهدانا أني كلنا جو فيسبوك اتلي جو ويب سايت ديلا عديزا بايتم خزنو خرزة خايا مني كبسيتم parstv.tv ين كبسيتم www.assyriantodaynetwork.com تمام مخيتم واتش لايف مخيتم لا كبسيتم خرزتك أدية كاتوهن لخب بتاعي كاتوهن كبسيتم جو ويب سايت دي خزيتم له www.assyriantodaynetwork.com وروحن جابوا أولول تبكر واتش لايف فيديو على ده واتش لايف خزيتم مخيتم خرزة خايب خزيتم قبل مشينا كدوسي شاريرة خاميار الجنك كت بروني كي باينه مشينا ثيات
بس جورج داخيتون
أنا بداية بايد لا بايد بداية يعني كي باينه راوا
هذا قد يفكي باين
خزن مخير متنايا جوانكا كشنو خاميت جوانكو تغيود إن خبخ كأمتخ بلختا كديوخ هيور ركض بوجازت كماي وأنا قد يوق بزايم كوتاتا كاتو تشيبو تانوين
باسيم رابا جورج باسيم دنا خبرانو شلام لوخون بخير شلام دانك گشکن داخیتون کزیتون لخ شیمی درامون تاشت بران شو تابود آتورای تیمت کالیفرنیا خرج من جد لنتیا الأخرزت يومت لوش بيومت خرزت آتورای ادیوم رابع دانکتین لخ موقعن قد خرج هم زماخن ماسن تانن قد قلتو قد عارف باسيم قد جورج تشيد لكاتي ال خرزوخون ادیو قلتو خادوت لك تانو خون قد تمل قد 8 بيرخد April the State Senate of California خا resolution يوفلون قد روشمايت قبول recognize بعد لشيت خدت آتوراية and it was a wonderful day in a pilkhana قد بعد كو شوتابيات خين قد بعدنا مثلا awareness مادت جانن كنخرايك إن واتخينه جو تانك جوشمي بوليتيكاي وجا شلطانة بديتا شلطان أغدانا والشركة عادي بساسوكم we can show the video كنت مكد Alabama State Senator Wilk presented the proclamation وكا هم سمسكريتي يوفيلا and we were there تمل at the Senate chamber you أرشخت California كفالا مدينة Sacramento so
بس از امید حالا توی موقع به خزخنه در ویدیو بعد موقعم همسه مبوز در خصت خینه واسیم را باز در ویدیو
bring to the Senate floor a resolution for the Assyrian New Year. The Assyrian people trace their origins to one of the earliest civilizations with a history that spans over 7,000 years. The Assyrian New Year, known as Akitu, symbolizes a time of rebirth, renewal, and prosperity. It's one of the most revered traditions in Assyrian history. Assyrians marked the change of seasons with 12 days of celebrations that in modern times is culminated on April 1st by holding large celebrations, family gatherings, parades, and festivals. This time-honored tradition serves as a testament to the resilience and perseverance of the Assyrian people, one that will be celebrated for generations. The Assyrian American community has been an integral component of the California fabric, dating back to the turn of the 20th century. I'd like to thank the Assyrian American Association of Southern California and the community at large for sharing this wonderful occasion with us all. It has been very meaningful for me personally to see the great work they have done in my district with regards to education, outreach, youth advocacy, and social services, just to name a few. May this upcoming year, 6,769, be a healthy and prosperous one for all of you, our community here in California, and the Assyrian people. With this proclamation, we salute the Assyrian American community across California for its resilience and vibrancy. With me today, I'd like to publicly recognize Peter Warda, Ramon Tash, and John Coriel from the Assyrian American Association of Southern California, and members of the Assyrian community from around the state up in the gallery, including the representatives from the Assyrian American Civic Club of Turlock. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you, Senator Wall, and welcome to the California State Senate. Senator Allen, are you ready for SCR 33? So when you're ready, Pro Tem Jest. Madam Secretary, please read.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 33 by Senator Allen.
فيلم غزيلو خون مليستي وكتم سيم صفون من مزيق مال سبتملا أو وسط قومتلا إنه يوم الشبت بخيلت على فيلم أصلاً كت بشكيلة بيدن طيلة كتوهم دمغزيق لك تخزخن خبرنا بس باشاميتهم له شكله بس باي خزيتهم له خشرو بروفيشنال سبتملا منطقة بملة كودي دان لتوينا فيديو كتب بشكل بالتليفون كتوهم موزين كتتيتهم فريش من تمل على جتانير له على شاخين
Hey,
خبرنا والله كذا شو لو بدلهم زي بلختت مويدال أنا قشرت خرزة تونيني أنت مويدال بالخانق بشيء كبدر بالخانق جانا مدو جوا أنا مديان قبو منه خينا من جانا من جو شطر بلطخن دنيا جاني منطقة
That's true. It states Senate in Oregon, California. California لم تناك أي Oregon تناك بوش خامن دني بوش تناك يو دنيا إلى fifth largest economy in the world. خامن بوش جورو Oregon جدا أترا. Arguably أي Oregon بوش جورتا جدا أترا. خرط السنة قد أمندي مورال أمندي يوفالا قاتن وأي باسيم شبت الدور the state assembly قد إلى باوا خيتا إد تانك شلطان كاليفورنيا أي باسيم قد أنا زكا إكر proclamation يشيت خاتم مورون أي باسيم تبراند شوتا بود أطراد سورلك سام ديفيد وميكورت كارن مورد قد كمان قد تيتل داخورزا أن عملي مريزالون من جيب ستيت أسمبلي وعشبت فيدالن أخلن من شوتا بود لوس أنجلس فيدالن ستيت سنت أنا بالخنان سباينا أي باسم كتيفا أنا شكل كت بغزايتون قد خامي بيرخ وشارخ وعشيتا قد we had a reception خا أوتاقت فكلان you state capital and we wanted to have a reception tama تشدخ برسوبة قيوم بريشة كت آتي كاتش music at Alturai Motilan and just a reception. I basima 2 state senators came by كما جينا كين كتيلون خاصة تام أم بيأخذ أمني أكيد شيء أمني أدخله خزي مثلا إرنا كودي مثلا كان نوروز reception at the state capital خاخ مني بيأخذ أدخ وشيء بيتا بيأخذ أمني أويا خد tradition model باره جو state capital كخيوم شيء خد Alturai توقع تام خد 3 ساعات nice reception. عادينا الشكل قد بغزايت نخك مش شكلنا من أو يوم يعني كل قد أنا مدياني فينا تمل. This is the reception. قد بغزايت and he's a state senator Andreas Borges كاتشام زومخ منه كتيلي came by the reception. و أي باسيم كمان جنا كتير أيلا الشكل روشمته قد إيفا Senate chamber وكمان state senator appreciate تيلون ورنجو شكله وشوركلونا. They thanked us for coming and they wished us a happy new year وشاركة. أنا إذا كمان شكل أبي باسيم بارسوبة كتير من تورلوك مودستو San Jose Sacramento. It was a nice day. And this is Amni Biocho Mondiach Valakatochon و بالخنان الشوتا بود لوس أنجلس بالخنان الشوتا بياتا أوودة قد مجد أنا شو بياخو عمي مدياخ ولا كاتوخونو إلى كامني كد is part of our general awareness initiative. أكملت مادة تدجانا كنخراية مادة تدجانا كشلطانة aware of our struggle. دوزة كد إيفخا أمتكد بيشتز لمتا but we're very resilient, vibrant, good people. وأنا من ديانة تانك أنا من ديانة رابط دانت لك ممكن هذا من شويخ سب ديانة كت بوش تانك depressing ومديانة زلمياتي قدينا.
convention كده كأنا نشوف 15 له. أم صاب سنة النمرة ده جان نمرة من إلينوي. أوان مدة قديمة ضويوة مخلطة. أخته سيشن كم ديجو سانو زي بيدا مرمالن.
Gumdita, yeah, they do a great job, San Jose.
أين إلى خد مادة ديني كناش. هذه بالديوخهم شو تفوت تطلع شو تفوت سان جوزيه وموديسو تاتابات شو تفوتيات كنت هايوهنا شم دين مديركم تأطورك ناقش كأطوراي كنخراي هاي تبعنا. هاي خزانة كما تقطعت في المكينة من ميك السبري تتعاوز تشرلوش له يوم.
دوزي ده. أصلاً كلام مثلاً جو تانخ الهايواي كلام بلاكك يو دن جو power بريشة تانك or lanes on a highway إن كلام الخان إيش بالخانة. بيعمل من ديك تان وقت منشلي تان وقت علي قال ياد قامت جو تاشيت وقدانت كاليفورنيا كت state senate من دي روشمايت present في دن بس شيء خد أطوراية. And we hope this is the first of actually بس شيء خد أطوراية من ديانة خينة with Assyrians in the state of California. This is just Ivaka Pasulta Rabba Anaketa, Butachmatidian, Pasulta Gurta, like Pasulta Katmindi. It is a first step.
أنا كانوا نسيته سابا شمخلا أبرخخلا شباب رونت بعله. ومن كدية توني ذاك أبيتم مويدان ليش نطيلوهم.
أنا لمشم يا.
الشباب قيسموا إليه كشبابنا برونو مغزينا. مغزينا كيس بغزايد شمطل ربع حسنين. تريدا متيلة خشب بوشات مش متيلة. طلادا متيلة خشب بوزو دخيلة كله. طربا قد دخين الليل مستشام تغزي من أخطوهم زاد خيتهم. نو شوخن هاويتم كي نوخن برخيتم من وإذا لا برخيتم مقدار قيسة كلنا شكام شو مطلق. يعني كل ما يتخيديتم إيش نشنا مستشام.
دوزي
أخنا زمخ شو تبوياتي مخ جب تفاوت. إن بلغ مويدالة نيشان زخايل أنيمي. لكن الخام يخين بران لك بيا تشاينا شكل أخلا. بيا آتور بارخلا بيا خمديتا ملغد مويدال بلغاخين بوش بتابع منتياني. أنتو بتيانو مرابو بداين زمان
يشوفتيلو. ما سنكت سير خبران زتاني.
ما لازم كمان.
Actually بيعين بدنا من تعاون ودن من هدامة بوردن قد تيفا خلبت بران John Coriel our director of advocacy Peter Warda Peter Amindi Muriazale Megibit Kulan. He spearheaded Avral Basima. Our lovely team, Jennifer Iwazi, Shavina Taksh, Diana Betsamu, Danielle Nazar, Elia Al-Surian, and of course Victor Orshan, got Tiva Megibit on our team, got Tiva, Avi Basim, got Tilun. It was a great day. And Bionza be curious to the modern kat Ayumit Khoshiba, Arbasa Bierkhab, David Khadana, Kahamzem Taka book talk. It كتاب شو blooded yet unbowed إلى بس كمت كbiography إلى بس عاشر يوسف كتيبة خدنا عطورايا كأمتنايا مشمها من زود من أماش مكان بيش وقتيلا بيقاتل من عطورايا عرمنا يوناي who was executed by the Turkish government و برات جانو جيرخ عرمناتا برات كتبت رقم memoir بس أباهو It's a navigted كاتبتها ترجمته له من نشان من أبي باسي من نينفر بريس كت إلى خدنا component authorized بصمت كتابه قد إنا Sweden. They've published the book وترجمونه من نشان العربي نشان English. David Tama, the editor, David Tama, Akhlan's a partner of the Safo Center. With the Armenian National Committee of America Western Region, we're partnering up a seminar. It's a book talk. They'll be for sale. But Shekla Shopa Arbasar Biarcha Yumit Koshiba so خمسة بلي يو أوان شو تابوتا ناشتلون بوكاري وكمسيكات أنكاري المنيانة تمانيوم وثمانية خمسة صفر إشتا شبي خمسة شبي شوا ما خطف مني مقبرة فلاير لين مويا قاتو خون إينا بيان بعمل تام بعد بس ما قد جورج قد شتو خون
انترت قد مدته مويل قومه روان قتله كنت خمت قومه كل يوم تاثيراتي كتيب البخير بدانا كنت أمريكا كاليفورنيا كنت بقدله أطرت خمسة لما تتجوز أطرواته كإيكونومي كشوراني أطرت خمسة بكل الدنيا. سأرباني خيت لك تخستيت مقدار ستيت جورت أمريكا كاليفورنيا كدين ركنا زوداني تيطانون يشيدين تاطراي شماطر. باسيم رابا.
عدل باسيم جورج كل شانو.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I have some good news for you. As many of you recall, last year the Assembly in California passed a resolution about the Armenian genocide. The Assyrian genocide of 1915 in the Ottoman Empire and the Simele massacre of 1933 in Iraq were briefly mentioned in this resolution. However, we have recently presented a draft resolution to Assembly members. We are working both with Democrats as well as Republican Assembly members. We hope that the joint sign of the resolution will be passed at the Assembly and we will commemorate the Assyrian genocide in the Parliament of the capital of California in April. We have also very good support not only from Assembly members but also Congress members as well as senators in the United States. There are 48 states that have recognized the Armenian genocide. Our primary goal is to have all these states include the Assyrian genocide in their resolution. Our ultimate goal is to raise awareness about our history within American society and to have the United States of America recognize the Assyrian genocide, which is also known as SAFE. Thank you for your attention.
أترى مغب فيلم غزيرة من ميكرا السبري راو كريوا إن بين كاتون تانا قصته دو مويلة أخنا قطعت بريشتلن من ميكرا السبري ياتمن كان جو فيسبوك متيرنا إن أخنا ودي جمعة ومويد على كتاهم مغزيخن بالخانة امتنايت أوديو شو تاس بريشة تخمنيات بريشة كما هيران تبيتلا كدام ساخن نيش ديا منطيق لك أطراي جانا هرت خزة كنخراي كديطي برشم تاطوريتا مويلتيا إيمان تيتلا مجر قومتلا أدية كدامسي أن يجماني يطيلون لا أخسي بخم نوشن كجانا يخاشو تفوتا يخال جمخن شو بيطبق دو كخلا يخاي مخين دو كخلا أتخب قديم برسد بيا ولا كد أمت نخرايتا بودينا تراي بزو دا يطيني عدي بشدن خموي دالا كتازخن خاف المخين خازخن قد همزمت الميكرا صبري لخن تبيولا بر بركلا من دبتاتا موخون كتا امتانن كدنون قصة مويلة قومي إن أوديو دويخو قداش ولا كتا خزيتو من شو تابويات مويدال بالخانة برسوبو كاوم تبالخانة داخلي منتيتا كاتبي تايلا كامو حمنتا قلبيلا تخمنتا أوتوريتلا بود أوتوراي تخمون كأوتوراي بالخانة باسي مرابا داخل فيلم من دبتاتا موخون.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are honored to have a friend with us who is behind the Assyrian genocide recognition by the Republic of Armenia 2015. For people who don't know, Mr. Harut Sasunyan is a well-known Armenian American writer, public activist, and publisher of the California Courier. Mr. Frederick Duman from the Seifo Center, and I had a meeting with him in 2015. Shortly after our meeting, he was planning to go to Armenia. Mr. Sasunyan delivered a letter from us to the former president of the Republic of Armenia. And as many of you recall, the Republic of Armenia recognized the Assyrian genocide in 2015. On behalf of the Seifo Center, we would like to thank you and Dr. Anahit Khosrayawa, along many others who were behind this recognition. Mr. Sasunyan, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to join you.
This year is the 104th anniversary of the Assyrian, Armenian, and Greek genocide. The floor is yours, Mr. Sasunyan. Please give us your message regarding the genocide of 1915.
Yes, thank you. Well, it is very important that all people, no matter what ethnic group, nationality, color, religion, all people who have suffered a genocide or mass human rights violation should all join hands and try to bring justice to the great injustice done to them a century ago. This is why I welcome joining hands between Armenians, Assyrians, and Greeks, and who suffered around the same time by the Ottoman Turks a century ago. Now, unfortunately, the Turkish government for the last 100 years has been denying that a genocide took place. And they come up with all sorts of false stories and lies about why it was not genocide. All of us, we know from our own families what took place. We don't know this from books or movies or stories. We know from our own family members how they suffered, and we all lost a lot of members of our families. And that's why we are all living in United States, so far away from our historic homeland. No other reason why we would be in this part of the world if it was not for the genocide. Now, in the case of the Armenian genocide, the Turkish denialists say that it was not genocide, it was civil war, which is a lie. They also say that Armenians collaborated with the Russians during World War I, which was also a lie. But once we tell people that not only the Turkish government had a plot to eliminate the Armenians, but also the Greeks and the Assyrians. And we know that the Assyrians and the Greeks never collaborated with any outside force, nor Russia, nor nobody else. So the lie becomes more obvious, the Turkish lie becomes more obvious when we combine the three genocides together. You know, the Turkish government is a very powerful country now. It's the 15th largest economy in the world, and it has the second largest military in NATO after the United States. So they have a lot of pressure on a lot of countries not to recognize the genocide. So any one of us by ourselves, we can only do so much against a powerful enemy and a denier like Turkey. So, but if we join hands, we all have different contacts. We know different people, different politicians. We live around the world. We have neighbors, we have relatives, we have congressmen, senators who represent us. And if we join hands and work together, and not any one of us, nothing should divide us. Everything else is secondary. We were subjected to the same mass crime, and we have a common cause and a common battle, and we need to fight. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's already taken 104 years as of now. But if it takes another 100 years, we're willing to do it. If we're not here, our children, grandchildren will continue the battle. And for those who say that you're fighting an impossible battle, that Turkey is so strong that there isn't much you can do, well, my answer is Turkey is strong today, but no country in history, Turkey or any other country, will be the same type of country forever. The time will come when countries get larger, get smaller, and sometimes they totally disappear from the map. And so it is true that Turkey is strong today, but it will not be strong forever. The time will come, things will happen in the world, wars, civil wars, disease, other unexpected tragedies, that Turkey will not be the Turkey we know today. So don't give up, because if you give up, already the battle is lost. So don't hand the defeat by yourself. Don't be defeated don't defeat yourself. So fight as much as you can and try to survive. And the most important thing, try to pass on the history of your nation to the next generation. Because no matter what we do, how well we do, if our battle, our struggle ends with us, then we haven't accomplished anything. It has to continue. You know, we all know the Jewish story of, for 2,000 years, every generation of Jews said, next year in Jerusalem, next year in Jerusalem, 2,000 years. And at that time, it was like a pipe dream, a fantasy. Nobody believed it. But in the 1900s, the time came where circumstances, world wars, and other things happened. There was an opportunity, but the children and the grandchildren passed on to each other the dream of next year Jerusalem, and they made it happen. So we need to do the same thing. We need to say next year in Van or Mush or Diyarbakir, we have to, continue. We need to continue the memory, keep the memory alive, keep the struggle alive, and one day, I guarantee you, we will reach to our goal. Thank you.
Mr. Sasunian, the genocide of 1915 occurred 104 years ago. Why is Turkey still denying it?
Well, Turkey has Turkish leaders themselves give many reasons for denying, but those are little lies. After I repeat a couple of the lies, then I will give you the real reasons, what I think are the real reasons. The Turks say that there was no genocide that there was a civil war, that the Armenians died of disease and starvation. Well, all of these things are lies. There was a planned extermination of Armenians, Assyrians, and Greeks. And the real reason was a couple of things. One was the young Turks who were in power at the time. They had a pan-Turkic ideology, which was to join Turkic nations from Turkey all the way to Central Asia. And they want to eliminate all the non-Turks in between that big pan-Turkic empire. And who were these non-Turkic people? They were the Armenians, Assyrians, and the Greeks. So they had to eliminate us in order to have a free front all the way to Turkestan. Now, that was one reason. The other reason was, as you know, Armenians, Assyrians, and Greeks, they were well-to-do. They owned properties, they owned churches, schools, cemeteries, and the Turkish government was trying to, they had their eyes on the property of the minorities. So by eliminating the Armenians, they also repossessed their properties, not only houses and plots of land, but also their historic homeland where they lived for thousands of years. And as opposed to the Jews who were killed during the Holocaust in Germany, in a foreign land, the Armenians, Greeks, and Syrians, they were killed in their historic homeland. So besides just losing people, they also lost their homeland, their civilization, their culture, their language, their religion. And many of them were forced to convert to Islam and be Turkified. And to this day, there are hundreds of thousands of Turks who have Assyrian, Armenian, and Greek blood in them. And so far they've been hiding, but more and more of them are coming forward and saying, yes, my grandfather was an Armenian or Assyrian or Greek. We were Christians, and they want to come back to church. They're asking to be baptized. So already we see the first signs of the Turkish lie breaking down and the truth coming to the surface. So that's the reason why the Turks. Now, a secondary reason is that the Turks, even though it's hard for us to believe, but the Turks they're very proud people. So when you say to a Turk that your ancestors killed my ancestors, and if they don't know anything about it, and a lot of Turks don't know anything about this because they don't teach about the genocide in their schools. So they know nothing. So when the first time they hear about it, they're surprised, and they think it's a lie that we're making up a story against them. Of course we don't. And as they come to the West and they go on the internet, because now everything is on the internet, they can learn a lot. They're not just limited to school education. They learn from outside sources. So they realize, and then the first feeling they have is a feeling of shame. They're ashamed that their grandfather was a mass murderer, and if they don't know anything about it, they're not easily willing to accept it. So there's a degree of the shame. The other reason is that because we constantly repeat for 100 years, and we don't just talk about the genocide, we also say that we need restitution, reparation, and return the properties and return our lands back to us. So the Turkish government knows very well that just acknowledging the genocide is not enough. There's more to it than just saying, yes, we committed genocide against the minorities. They know that the minute they acknowledge it, that Armenians, Greeks, and Assyrians are going to ask for their properties. Now, my answer to Turks is, yes, you are right. We do ask for our properties back because it's ours, not yours. You stole it from us. You confiscated it. And you promised to give it back to us, which you never did. You took our bank accounts, our properties, lands, schools, houses, etc. So yes, even if Turkey does not acknowledge the genocide, they have to return what's our properties back to us. So it's not just a genocide. So knowing that recognition of genocide has consequences, the Turkish government very cleverly, every time we say there was a genocide, they say no. We say yes, they say no. We've been doing this for 104 years. And this serves the Turkish interest, because if we continue saying, yes, you did, and Turks say, no, you didn't, and if it continues like this another 100, 200 years, we will always get stuck on point one, which is, was there a genocide or not? All of us, three of us together, Syrians, Greeks, and Armenians, we have to come to reach a conclusion that we no longer argue with Turks about the genocide. Genocide is a fact of history. It happened. We don't even argue about it. Just like with an ignorant person, we don't argue if the person tells us that the earth is flat. The earth is not flat. Everybody knows it's round. We don't even argue about it. So if a Turk calls me and it has happened, they call me to argue with them over the genocide, I decline. I don't argue with them because it's a waste of my time to argue with an ignorant person who either doesn't know or doing it on purpose. It's just a waste of our time. So rather than wasting more time, another 100 or 200 years, us saying, yes, there was genocide, them Turks saying, no, there was no genocide, we should just say, listen, genocide is a fact, and we'll go on, and we demand our historic rights through European Court of Human Rights, through international courts, and through local courts, through books, movies, any kind of political action that we can bring. So we should not anymore waste time arguing with Turks over this nonsense that there was no genocide. We know about the genocide. We don't need the Turks to tell us it was genocide. We already know from our own family stories. So they have to acknowledge it and move forward. We have to sit down and see how Turks can compensate for the major crime they committed in the early 1900s.
Mr. Sasunya, I have one more question, please. Can you please share your thought with us? Why do you think the United States of America haven't recognized the genocide of 1915 yet? What is the calculation of the American politicians?
Okay, this is a very confusing and complex subject, and a lot of people that don't understand, even our own people don't understand the basic facts of genocide recognition. I'm going to say something that will surprise you and the viewers. The Armenian genocide, and I give lectures about this around the world, so far I've spoken in 25 countries. The Armenian genocide, contrary to what people say, not just you, Armenians also say the same thing. And I explained to Armenians and others that the Armenian genocide not only was recognized by the US government, but was recognized repeatedly and at the highest level of the US government. Let me give you some facts quickly. In 1951, the US government sent an official document to the International Court of Justice, otherwise known as World Court, in which it says that there was a genocide against Armenians and the Holocaust of the Jews. So already in 1951, the US government, at a very important official document level, recognizes genocide. So normally in 1951, we would have stopped saying the Armenian genocide is not recognized. It is recognized. But then let's move on forward. In 1975, the US House of Representatives, the Congress, passed a resolution which passed unanimously, calling it Armenian genocide and designating April 24, the anniversary of the Armenian genocide, as Genocide Day. That was in 1975. The House passed unanimously. Then in 1984, the House passed a second resolution saying the same thing again, Armenian Genocide Day, recognition of Armenian genocide, using the word genocide. So that's the second House resolution. Then in 1981, April 21, President Ronald Reagan, when he was president, he issued a presidential proclamation saying that Armenian genocide in a text and comparing it to the Jewish Holocaust and the Cambodian genocide. So we have the Congress, we have the president, we have the U.S. government saying it. There have also been some court cases where the judges have given a verdict of the genocide. So we have the three branches of the U.S. government that have acknowledged the genocide. Now, where the confusion comes from is not the lack of recognition. It comes from the political side of the issue. For political reasons, U.S. presidents since Reagan have been avoiding to use the word genocide to describe what happened to Armenians, Assyrians, and Greeks, because they consider Turkey an important strategic ally, a NATO ally, and they do not wish to antagonize the Turks. And you know, and I know how sensitive the Turks are about being accused of committing genocide. And, you know, 28 countries have recognized the Armenian genocide so far, and several of them have recognized also, thank God, the Greek genocide and the Assyrian genocide. And every time a country recognizes the genocide, Turkish government immediately starts threatening, screaming, trying to undermine the recognition, not allow it to go through. And then after they pass a resolution in parliament, then the Turks say, we're going to withdraw our ambassador from your country, and we're going to stop economic and military purchases. Okay, the Turks have done this many times. They've given the same threat and warning. But what has happened? For example, let me use the example of France. When France was recognized in the genocide, the Turkish government said, we're going to interrupt our import exports from France, and we're going to withdraw our ambassador. They did that. But 6 months later, they returned the ambassador back to France, and the trade between France and Turkey is now not only as much as before, but double or triple of what it was before. So who needs who more? Does Turkey need France, or France needs Turkey? France doesn't need Turkey. Turkey is the one that needs France, needs the United States. So I call this the phenomenon of the tail wagging the dog. The tail doesn't wag the dog. The dog is the one that shakes his tail, and the tail in this case is Turkey, and the dog is the rest of the Europe or United States.
Mr. Sassounian, you gave us very important information in this program. I would like to thank you very much, and I hope in the future we will come together and talk about this important task again and again. Thank you very much, Mr. Sassounian.
You're welcome. It's my honor to join our common cause and common struggle.
كاش كان مغب خزيالهم همزمتا اتليو مغبالهم أنا طريقة تاتخينات اللي كاتهم مغزنون بارا روي دالة قد يطيتهم كل نايت شو تفوت السيفو قد أنا كماشن شوريتلا مت من ديانا بتلا مت من ديانا بادلا أنا نقيتلا كدابا خيرانة كسيفو كدبرانو كشوتاسو كدابا مخاكيفو برخصة مخايلانا خلانا كالا كم بوخة وكخلة كدني لا أجز وبوخة قاتل لا أجز ما قاتراي تخمن قاتراي بلوغ خشمة خاتا خامتا الدا تخمنيتم الكل خمن يعني كم صماتخ مودل زبلختا إن بوش أنا قيتا كدم سخن شما قديش عطرايا كان خراي بوزو دا مداخله مت من يعني قد برجدين تقوب منا أنا زي بوزو دا يطي بوديه ناشي وقديان تاني كتخنا لختي باطيلة بالخانة جانا مضيخله أرمناي مقام مشنا شوريلون أخنا خشخة شو تمانيش ندرك شوريلون إن مدرس باش شوري وقت قد مدري بداية دان كريتا مصي وقت شوريلون وداخن قد نخراي بوديان بوزو دا يطيني شو كنا خمشينا هل يوم ترويتا يشبت زي جوتاس فيران بوش مشينا هل تأخر زخينة.
فرجون ميكري هركي كيتو عميخو صبرياتمان من لوس أنجلس ومشالونو تسيفو سنتر. بيتحرستو كريثاثي كوبانو محكينوخو ألف الحنيذان تاويلان بانشنانيا حاروي بوثرود أمريكا. هاويلان في الحوني رابي فرسلان كثوي أو كثوي دفريسيلان بعسري ألفو نسخي قادرين منطيناني لهادو مي دي كونغري لساناتورز والشوتو سيم شحلفي. هاوي تاقليوثو غلب رابي كاليفورنيا بغير دكوثي بحمشي الفاود مشتركة بتاقليوثاني هاويلان مملي بشمي تسيفو سنتر. القاريوو قد مفرسلان كثوو دا ملفونو أموانيل سالامون دم ترجم لي مولي شونو سريويو لو إنجليشويو هي تكتيو كثو دم الفونو عبد المسيح كرباشي دم مفرس بولي شونو إنجليشويو. فرجون ميكري كتلان في الحونة بقاموثينا تكوبانو فولارن نعميخو كتنا في الحوناني ساقي أولصوي هاني زبنو ياريخو كوعودي بين ألترتكو يميوثي حذو بأريزونا ودترتي هي دكتيو بتورلاك بكاليفورنيا. كتلي صبرو زبنو قاريو أترتكو ميوثاني دمي تحتي لودخرون داسوذي دان الفو شامو حمشحصر دان الفو شامو 33 سيميلي. للحوذي هاني مسيفو سنتر مقادمنا لكرخوثو د تورلاك تفالكو تورلاك دمي تقبل أخ أسيريا إنعمتو هانو رمزويو وأسيريا إنعمتو ودوثك تريو أحل ميدان عايوشي لشان أسيريا هي كتيو وثريدان حمشو الفاوت إشني أفل حنانك دوثك مدومي وكتلان طيبوح لانو تكتيو باسيمو تكبعينا في الغناء لأعميخو هي ومددك دوثك توي بو بارلمانتو كاليفورنيا ميكم شاتو وبارلمانتو كاليفورنيا سمو لو دخرونو دو قتلو دانر منوي وتامو ذكرو وقتلو دعامو ثرويو سريويو إلو أتشاتو قدوثي قميسمو دخرونو دو سيفو دلو عامو ثرويو سريويو وتكتني هادو مدي كونغري دو بارلمانتو كتني ديمقراط كتني ريبوبليكان أم حذوذي قعودي لاشان موفقي قرار لاشان لو سيفو وقدوثك سيمينا ودخرونو بقاودو بارلمانتو كتلان صبرو دكتوي وميدانو فرجون ميكري لا تيوميد تاليو لاشانيخو لو الحوذي باشيو لي بوفلحون دو سيفو إلو بفلحون امثونو كله إساقيو ثدو عاميذان كفيشين فرجوني وفلحون كفوش الحاصي تفرصوفي ودنوشي كتني إشمو بلاليو بيمومت كعودي ألاشيولاني كبعينا مشتركيتو بفلحون أيضا كبعينا بنوكسو دمخرجيتو 10 ثانية 30 ثانية مزبناثكو تفلغيتو أفلحون أيضا دقنحتي بسوشيال ميديا فيسبوك يو تويتر يو يوتيوب يو وميدانو كبخو سيميتو له إلو تكتيو وصويستي تمشتركيتو بفلحوناني إنا قد لهم معونيتو لان بزوزي أفلحوناني لق مالخي خدو مدد قلوزم دمالخي وحيليذا إتاق أيضا نعمتو يو لو فيشتو فرجوني هوايو لان ساندي كبعينا مشتركيتو بفلحوناني كتلان تارتسعيو ثيت سيفو سنتر حذوت كتيو باريزونا امشالون ثيت سيفو سنتر ميقارتا شموني يون اداميو كتلان صحثو سيفو سنتر بلوس أنجلس امشالون ثيدا هي ميقارتو ليندا أبراهامني يو كتي حورون مشاحل في بسعيو الثاني وسيمي في الحونو غلب رابو كتلا هادوم بنيويورك نيو جيرسي بشيكاغو بغير دكو ثيستي كو هو لن ساندا وني شيدان كبعينا 48 يالد مقبلة وقتلو دنر منوي محتيوش يلدو سيفوستي بقرارة مفقي وأنيشو حارويت كتلن هي إيذحتو دلو مكتب زبن دو عامو أثرويو تزيدو زتر مزبن كل بواثرود أمريكا وأسيفو دو عامو أثرويو سريويو ودنرفو دنر منوي دنرفو شامو حمشاصر دوثيد ميتقبل ومدي وخبرو حارويت كوبانو دومانخو قدوثي قمدو مينا أفل حنيذن وكوبينات مشتركة جو عمينا تودساكي Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sabri Atman, the director of the Assyrian Genocide and Research Center, also called SAFO Center. In this short speech, I would like to inform you about our current achievements and activities in the United States. I am very sure many of you are aware of how tirelessly we work. We would appreciate your feedback. Despite this, in a brief speech, it is not easy to tell you about all the activities we do. However, giving presentations, publishing books, and lobbying are amongst other activities we are doing. In brief, we have contributed tremendously to raising awareness about the Assyrian genocide in the United States. We have published a small book that contains articles from the conference in the European Parliament which we organized in 2007. This small book includes a press release, and in this press release, the Vice President of the European Parliament, Mechtild Rotes, signed it and suggested that the Assyrian genocide should be recognized. This book had thousands of copies published and was distributed to main Congress members, senators, and institutions. Likewise, we republished Professor David Gahn's book and distributed it in the same manner to many Congress members and other institutions in the United States. Thank you to Malfono Emmanuel Solomon from Chicago, who has helped us tremendously and translated Malfono Abdelmasih Karabashi's book from classic Syriac to English. This book will be published by SAFO Center soon. We are proud to say today the awareness of the Assyrian genocide has never been as high in the United States as it is now. I would like to give you another piece of good news now. Recently, we applied to erect an Assyrian genocide monument with the mayor of Turlock in California. The SAFO Center has requested permission to construct this monument in order to raise awareness about the Assyrian genocide of 1915 in the Ottoman Empire and the Simele massacre of 1933 in Iraq. But not only that, we have also applied to have part of Turlock be designated as an area known as Little Assyria. Again, I am proud to say that we have tremendous support from the local Assyrian community and its organizations. This Little Assyria will keep our dream for an actual free Assyria in our homeland, where our ancestors served humanity and contributed to all of civilization for many decades. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not a secret that the majority of our people remain as bystanders. They are passive, but I want to tell you this is a very heavy task. It is not easy to continue with all this work. We want you to get involved. I believe everybody can contribute with something. You can, for example, share our posts on social media. This won't take more than a few seconds of your time. But most importantly, support us financially. Please visit our website, which is safecenter.com, and click the yellow donate button on your homepage to make your contribution. You can also send a check to our address. Everything helps. It doesn't matter how big or small the contribution is. Your involvement alone is what matters most to us. Thank you for your attention.
Palo